An enclosed space aboard ship is any compartment with limited openings, poor ventilation, and no design for continuous occupancy. Cargo holds, ballast and fuel tanks, cofferdams, chain lockers, void spaces, sewage tanks. They kill more seafarers than fire, and they kill in a pattern so consistent it has a name. One crew member enters, collapses within seconds, and a shipmate goes in after them without a set. Both are lost in the next few minutes. What the air actually does, the permit that prevents it, the testing order, and why rescue is planned before entry, never during. 4 things go wrong with the air, and only one of them can be smelled. Oxygen depletion is the first and the quietest. Rust cargo or inert gas consumes the oxygen, and below about 19.5% judgment fails before the body does. Then the toxics. Hydrogen sulfide from sewage and some cargoes, carbon monoxide from combustion, and vapors from whatever the tank last carried. Hydrogen sulfide deadens the sense of smell within moments, so the warning stops before the danger does. Third, flammable vapor, which turns a torch or a boot spark into an explosion. Fourth, inert gas, harmless to steel and instantly fatal to people. A space can pass a smell test, look clean, and still be lethal in one breath. The permit to work is not paperwork. It is the plan, written down, and it names the space, the job, the hazards, the people, and the exact period it stays valid. It is authorized by a responsible officer, not by the person doing the job, and that separation is the whole point. Someone with no stake in finishing quickly decides whether it is safe to start. It carries a checklist that must be complete before entry, an attendant posted at the opening, agreed communications, and a stop condition. If any item changes, the permit is void, and the space is closed until it is reissued. Testing is done with a calibrated multi-gas meter from outside the space before anyone puts a head in, and the order of readings matters. Oxygen first, because every other reading depends on it. Then flammable vapor, then toxic gases, and test at 3 levels, top, middle, and bottom, because gases stratify. Hydrogen sulfide lies low, methane rises, and a clean reading at the hatch tells you nothing about the tank floor. Readings are recorded on the permit with the time, and repeated during the work, because atmospheres change as sediment is disturbed and coatings are opened. Ventilation is continuous, not a burst before entry. Air is kept moving throughout the job, and it stops only when the space is empty of people. Isolation comes with it. Valves closed and lashed, lines blanked, pumps and machinery locked out, and the tags left in place by the person who fitted them. If someone can turn a valve without knowing you are inside, you are not isolated. Then the space itself, lighting that cannot ignite vapor, a safety harness with a lifeline, and the attendant who never leaves the opening and never enters, no matter what he sees. The pattern that kills is instinct. A shipmate goes down, a friend follows, and the second casualty is almost always someone trained to know better. It takes seconds, and it is why rescue is arranged in advance. The rule is absolute. No one enters without breathing apparatus, and no one enters alone. The attendant raises the alarm and stays put. The rescue team arrives with sets, harness, and the lifting arrangement already read. Drills are what make the hold. In the moment of a real collapse, procedure is the only thing strong enough to stop a friend from following someone in. Examiners test this in 3 layers. Recognition, which spaces count as enclosed, and why a space that was safe last week is not safe today. Procedure, the permit contents, who authorizes it, the testing order and levels, ventilation, isolation, and the attendant's duties. And judgment, the scenario where a man is down at the tank bottom and you are the first to reach the hatch. Work practice is what makes the right answer automatic when instinct says otherwise. That practice is what the workbook is for. Enclosed space entry and permit to work, covering testing, ventilation, isolation, rescue in the permit system, with 280 practice questions and worked answers. The link is in the description, alongside the rest of the Tyler Press Maritime Library. Test before you trust, and never follow anyone in.